Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's especially important for those of us in our golden years: alcohol and its hidden risks, particularly when it comes to oral, liver, and esophageal cancer in older adults. This isn't just about statistics or science, it's about the choices we make every day, the habits we've carried for years, and how we can protect ourselves to live healthier, fuller lives. Join me on this journey as we explore, reflect, and discover ways to prioritize our health in these precious years. A glass of wine and a sunset. Picture this: you're sitting on your porch on a crisp autumn evening in California, or maybe at a cozy cafe in Tuscany, holding a glass of rich red wine. The sunset glows softly, and as you take a sip, the gentle warmth of the wine feels like a hug. Moments like these are hard to resist, aren't they? A glass of wine, a cold beer, or a whiskey after dinner has long been part of our culture, whether it's a family gathering or a quiet evening with friends. For many of us over 60, that drink isn't just a beverage, it's a memory, a joy, a way to unwind. But then, one day, you come across a headline: alcohol increases cancer risk. You pause and think, really? It's just one glass. What's the big deal? That's a question so many of us, from Seattle to Stockholm, have asked ourselves. Today, we're going to find answers, not to scare you, but to help you understand what's happening in your body when you raise that glass and how you can make smarter choices moving forward. How alcohol affects your body. Our bodies, especially after 60, are like homes we've built over decades, strong but a little more vulnerable to wear and tear. When you enjoy a drink, your body gets to work processing the alcohol, or ethanol. Ethanol isn't just the stuff that makes you feel relaxed or chatty, it's also a bit of a troublemaker behind the scenes. First stop: your liver. Think of your liver as a dedicated housekeeper, breaking down ethanol into a chemical called acetaldehyde. This substance is far more toxic than alcohol itself. Acetaldehyde is like an uninvited guest, causing chaos by damaging cells, messing with your DNA, and creating conditions where abnormal cells can grow. This is the first step toward cancer risk, especially in the liver, which bears the brunt of processing alcohol. But the liver isn't the only one affected. Ethanol and acetaldehyde pass through your mouth and esophagus, coming into direct contact with sensitive tissues. Imagine your mouth and esophagus as delicate pathways. Each sip of alcohol can leave tiny scratches, making these tissues more vulnerable over time. These small damages can, over years, lead to dangerous changes, raising the risk of oral and esophageal cancers. Oral cancer: the risk in everyday habits. Let's meet John, a 68-year-old retiree from suburban Chicago. John loves his evening ritual: a cold beer while watching baseball, sometimes paired with a cigarette for extra flavor. It's a habit he's had for decades, and he doesn't think much of it. Lately, though, he's noticed a sore throat that won't go away and a small ulcer in his mouth that just lingers. It's probably just old age, he shrugs. But the truth might be more serious. Oral cancer, affecting the tongue, gums, lips, or throat, is closely linked to alcohol, especially when combined with smoking. Studies show that regular drinkers, particularly those who enjoy hard liquor, are up to 5 times more likely to develop oral cancer than non-drinkers. For older adults, this risk is even higher because our immune systems weaken and our cells aren't as quick to repair damage. The scary part: oral cancer often doesn't show clear symptoms early on. A small sore, discomfort when chewing, or a feeling of something stuck in your throat might seem minor, like John's old age excuse. But catching it early can make a huge difference in treatment. So, if you or someone you love notices persistent sores, pain when swallowing, or changes in your voice, don't wait. See a doctor. Small signs can hide big problems. Liver cancer: the silent burden. Now, let's travel to southern France to meet Maria, a 72-year-old who cherishes family dinners with red wine, hearty meals, and laughter. But recently, she's been feeling more tired than usual, her stomach feels bloated, and her skin has a slight yellow tinge. Her doctor warns her about liver issues, and that beloved wine, once thought to be heart-healthy, might be part of the problem. Your liver is a superstar, tirelessly detoxifying your body, but it's also vulnerable to alcohol. In older adults, the liver doesn't work as efficiently as it once did. Ethanol can cause inflammation, leading to conditions like cirrhosis, which significantly increases the risk of liver cancer. Research suggests that drinking more than 3 drinks a day can dramatically raise your liver cancer risk compared to drinking little or none. The tricky thing about liver cancer is how quietly it develops. You might not notice anything until it's advanced, when symptoms like abdominal pain, jaundice, or weight loss show up. For Maria, cutting back on wine and getting regular checkups could be the key to protecting her liver and the joyful years ahead. Esophageal cancer, a hidden threat. Next, let's meet Hans, a 65-year-old from Germany who loves craft beer and weekend gatherings. He often gets heartburn, that burning sensation in his chest, but brushes it off as indigestion or just getting older. But persistent heartburn, especially paired with alcohol, could signal something more serious: esophageal cancer. The esophagus, the tube carrying food from your mouth to your stomach, is especially sensitive to alcohol. Liquor, in particular, can irritate and damage its lining. Over time, these injuries can lead to abnormal cell changes, increasing cancer risk. In older adults, this risk grows because our bodies don't bounce back as quickly. Esophageal cancer is tough to spot early, and symptoms like difficulty swallowing, chest pain, or weight loss often appear when it's more advanced. The good news: you can lower your risk with small changes. For Hans, cutting back on beer and paying attention to heartburn could help safeguard his health. Why are older adults more vulnerable? You might be wondering, why does this hit harder as we age? It comes down to how our bodies change. After 60, your liver processes alcohol more slowly, your immune system isn't as robust, and your cells are less efficient at repairing damage. Alcohol, even in small amounts, has a bigger impact than it did in your 30s or 40s. Plus, many of us have habits we've carried for years, maybe a nightly glass of wine or a history of smoking. These add up over time, like water wearing down a stone. Other common conditions in older adults, like diabetes, obesity, or chronic hepatitis, also amplify cancer risks when combined with alcohol. But here's the encouraging part: no matter your age, changing your habits can make a big difference. Understanding these risks is the first step toward taking control. How to lower your risk. So, how can you protect your health while still enjoying life? You don't have to give up every pleasure, but small tweaks can go a long way. Cut back smartly. If you love your wine or beer, try reducing how often or how much you drink. Instead of a daily glass, maybe save it for weekends, sticking to 1 or 2 drinks at a time. Experts recommend that for older adults, less than 1 drink a day, or none at all, is ideal for health. Swap for healthier options. Instead of a cocktail, try a sparkling water with a splash of fruit juice, herbal tea, or non-alcoholic grape juice. Maria, from our story, started experimenting with fresh fruit smoothies and found them just as satisfying as wine. These choices are kinder to your liver and leave you feeling refreshed. Listen to your body. Pay attention to what your body's telling you. Persistent sore throat, trouble swallowing, bloating, or any unusual signs. Don't ignore them. Regular checkups are like routine maintenance for your favorite car. A little care keeps it running smoothly for years. Embrace a healthy lifestyle. Light exercise, like a walk in the park or a yoga class, can boost your overall health and lower cancer risk. Eating more greens, fruits, and whole grains supports your liver and digestive system. John, after his doctor's advice, started morning walks and feels more energized than ever. Avoid combining alcohol and tobacco. If you smoke, consider cutting back or quitting. Alcohol and tobacco together are like adding fuel to a fire, skyrocketing your risk of oral and esophageal cancers. There are tons of resources in the US and Europe, from community support groups to apps, to help you quit. You're not alone. Stories of change. Let's check back in with John, Maria, and Hans. After learning about alcohol's risks, each made their own changes. John cut back on beer and started regular dental checkups to monitor his oral health. Maria swapped her evening wine for chamomile tea and joined a cooking class to explore healthy recipes. Hans reduced his beer intake, started drinking lemon ginger water, and now walks with his wife every afternoon. They didn't give up joy, they just adjusted to live healthier. These stories remind us that, at any age, you have the power to shape your health. Every small choice, like skipping 1 drink, adding a salad, or getting checked early, is a big step toward protecting yourself from cancer. Reflect and act. Hearing all this might feel a bit overwhelming, but knowledge is power. Understanding the link between alcohol and cancer isn't about fear, It's about empowering you to make informed choices. You don't have to overhaul your life overnight, but every small step counts. Think about it. What do you want your future years to look like? Traveling with friends? Playing with grandkids? Or just savoring quiet mornings with coffee and sunshine? Your health is the foundation for those moments. And every day, you have a chance to care for it a little better. Thank you for watching until the end. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts mean the world to us, so don't hold back. Reading your comments gives us the motivation and encouragement to keep going. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us keep creating content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.